of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexyss K. Tylor. I'm exhausted and I'm tired, but this is very important. Oh, my hair's sticking to my clothes. It's very important. I don't know if you can see that see-through, really pretty. But I want to get this done. This is part 4 of the Halloween segment, even though we're on November the 1st, 2021. You know what's really weird to me? I didn't know it until someone had tagged me on Facebook today. Do you know a year ago today, November 1st, 2020, I was still doing the Halloween segments. Baby mama messages that he wanted me to do a year ago with the blonde hair and the red. Thank you. See, Kuala Olins. Please forgive me if I messed up your name. Tanisha, Sweet Jones, The Disappearing, April, Money, C. Turner, Richie Luxury, Style Compass. Hi, beautiful girl. Yolanda Mobley. It's disappearing. Sheba Baby, Sharon E. Hi, baby. Shauna Jade, Juanita Prather, April. Hi, everybody. I hope you all have more energy than me. I'm so tired. But I'm going to do this for Nipsey. Let me tell you something. First, this is my disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is alleged. I am a spiritualist. I am a psychic medium. I do spiritual readings and tarot. I speak to people that are physically dead, yet still alive, that move from here to the other side and come back again to speak to me, pass their messages. To the best of my ability, I believe that I am speaking to the personality, soul, mind, energy, spirit of the person that I'm doing the reading for. This reading is for King Nipsey Hussle, Amius Joseph Ashkadam. We're into part 4 of this October 2021 Halloween edition. It has, look, I don't know how many parts. There are so many moving parts in his murder and his assassination. So many people involved, male and unfortunately females. I said from day one when I said he came to speak to me, this is an inside job, and I'm still saying it's an inside job. I keep asking because, I never believe I'm the best. I never believe that I've I know everything, and you know what? I never want to. I always want to believe there's something that I missed and something that I need to do and redo, go back, come forward, go back again, check, double check, recheck, even have someone else to check it. He had such a deep, vast, rich life and still does. Still know he knew so many people. He was traveling the world and had record deals as a teenager. Someone sent me a video of him. He was overseas touring on a concert in 2012. Wow. 2012. Is it me? Are those the same numbers? 2012, 2021. Please tell me, am I just reaching here? I just thought about that. It's 2012 with the same numbers involved as 2021. I can't see anybody, so you all, if you're talking to me, please don't think I'm ignoring you, because right now I can't see anything and I cannot keep my mind on track and then keep hitting the screen, reading what you say, and I'll interrupt and I'll waste your time. I'll waste my time. So these things I'm telling you are alleged. I don't know these people that I'm saying these things about. I believe I'm hearing these things, and the only way you can check me is to see if what I'm saying is true. If you can verify what I'm saying is true or if it's not true. Okay, I want to address something, and it's for the young lady. And she put a comment. She said, I love you, and I've been following you a long time. I've been following you, I think, since the beginning of the Nipsey Hussle readings that you started at his death. And I try to share your video. I share your video all the time. And people say I'm crazy. And I don't know what happened, but it was a glitch. And I don't think I finalized the comment, but I want to say to her, maybe it's time you pick another set of friends, baby, because I've been hearing I was crazy starting as a child by my own mother. And my mother had the same abilities, but I know now it was jealousy because I have more abilities than her. And, she could call addresses and some numbers and things, but she wasn't a medical intuitive like me. She wasn't writing out diagrams to see what the cause of someone's death and speaking. She was not a psychic medium. She was not what I call myself, a ghetto chemist and a spiritual chemist. I have no education. I'm not ashamed of that anymore. I have a GED, but yet I can look at your picture. I can look in your eyes, and I can tell you what's going on in a body system and why. I can hear your voice, and I can tell if you're screwing someone or not, or if you're celibate, or what's wrong with you by hearing the sound and vibration of your voice, as well as see your guardian angels, guides, and ancestors on the phone with you, standing there. They'll come in and tell me what is wrong with you and who they are. I can get that from a picture. I can get that from your piece of paper. My mother could not do those things. But yet, and the things I would say, because I've done it for doctors before, I've been in funeral homes before, I've washed up I'm not going to say dead people, I've washed the dead body of someone that is physically dead that lived in the body. Dress them, talk to them, sing to them, massage them, dress them, write out whatever it is they have to say. When I was allowed to do that and I was trying to apprentice and I was kicked out of the program, they just thought I was creepy and weird. I thought they was there for the same reason I was, and they weren't. It was the money's good. Okay. And it's a male chauvinistic, very male-dominated society, a secret society, literally. Very political society. If you don't have a funeral home family, it's very difficult, at least in Georgia, to get a job, especially a black funeral home. Very, very segregated. Very who you know, who you're fucking, who you're married to. It's an awful system. And when I was allowed to be there, I would sit with the body and have my paper pencil. Like once they do the final embalming and dress the body, and they would let me do little stuff like help to dress, and then put it in the what do you call it? It's like it's where you have the service. It's beautiful. A lot of the funeral homes have a beautiful cathedral, and they have the services. The body's lying in state for the wake or the repast. Some people call it repast. And before that happens, like usually when that's being done in the embalming and stuff, it's usually like a few days before that happens. So I was allowed to sit in there. Nobody knew I was there but the staff. Your family didn't know. And I got to meet some of them, though. And they said, they were like fascinated. Like, what did he say to you? What did she say to you? And I start asking them stuff, and then they would be like, yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. I know what you're talking about. Or no, I don't know, but I'll check it. And I'll keep in touch with some of them, and and I was doing this back then for free. Because I wanted to prove that I wasn't crazy. I'm still talking to the young lady. And people still say I'm crazy. But they usually can't prove that I'm crazy. So I'm also saying to her, ask them to prove that you're crazy for sharing my videos because I'm a liar. Because if they can't prove that I'm a liar and they can't investigate and find out everything that's said about me or everything I say is not true, they're also not just insulting me in your judgment for trusting me and wanting to share my messages. They're insulting you and your intelligence and saying that you're not smart enough, mature enough, and wise enough to make a informed, mature decision to listen to someone. that is good at what they do and accurate at what they do. So they're insulting you as well as insulting me. I just don't get offended by these things anymore. These things hurt me for years because my mother started to say I was crazy, and I was a baby. I was like 5 or 6. And that's why I go over and over. I'm very obsessive and compulsive about my work. It can never be good enough. I'm very obsessive and compulsive about my products, my presentation, anything I do. It has to be the best, and you have to prove that I'm a liar, and you have to prove that I'm a prostitute and I'm crazy and all these things people say. And I haven't gotten the evidence that I'm those things yet, but they like to talk behind my back and discredit me and try to destroy my reputation to make people not want to fuck with me and not want to talk to me, but they never supply any evidence. And it seems like they don't have to. And one thing I can say has been painful is that Black people believe anything people say. Because nobody has brought the evidence to me that people have told me. People have brought it to me. You know, these women said this, and these women in entertainment said, don't fuck with you because you're crazy, you have a mental problem, and you're a whore. And I said, do you have any evidence of this? Well, no, but they're saying it. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So that lets me know your group, I don't need to fuck with anyway. And that's the same thing I'm saying to the young lady. Oh, but what I was saying, yes, I was going to finish. I love the dead people, the so-called dead people. I loved the bodies because I could see them. They always come and watch their embalming. They always watch their the way they're treated. Most people don't know that are doing the embalmings because they just want the money. They don't give a fuck and they don't think they're there and they can't see them. They can't hear them. So you're in your body. Many times people have been abused and traumatized. I know about that. And fragmented, that parts of you are out of the body and you don't know it. But on a basic level, you're in your body, you're conscious, you know when you go to sleep, you know when you wake up, you know who you are, you know your name, you know how to pay your bills, you know where you live, you know what car you drive, you know your address, you know your children, if you're married, single, whatever. You're in that body because you're conscious of where you are and you're in that vessel. That's your physical home first, the vessel. Okay, you know that. You have a certain amount of years you live in it. You know that. Unless you kill yourself and you commit the ultimate self-murder, which is the ultimate sin, you get out of it or you're taken out of it. When people are taken out of it, many times they're still right there with it and they follow it. And if they can get someone to tell, because a lot of times people will sense when someone's physically dying, when they're going to die, before they die, or the day of, they feel it. They know. And they'll come around them, but the person's still there. So whether you're being raped, because a lot of people are into necromancy, they like to have sex with dead bodies. The person knows it and they see it, but they're shocked, they're traumatized. Many times they don't know who to tell or how to tell someone. They know when their body's being abused or mishandled, somebody's mistreating them or don't want to touch them, don't want to care for them, very rough with them. They know what they're dressed in. It's like, I don't like that. And I don't want that wig, and I don't want that done in my hair. And I would literally stand there and say, would you like this one? Would you like this color? Do you want a red? Or you like a red? Okay, what kind of red? Do you want a rosy red? Do you want an orangey red? And they would go, I want this red and I want that. And then I see them, I'm like, so you're standing right here. You look just like almost see-through, exact duplicate of the bodies laying down. That's how I knew it was them. They look exactly like themselves, which should tell you something. The physical body is not you, but it's like whatever your parents are and whatever look you take on, skin type and body type and all of that, the higher consciousness, that image, it's like a cookie cutter. You press it down in there and it literally